Some Rhode Islanders are raising concerns over a new mandate going into effect this fall requiring all 7th graders to be vaccinated for HPV. And today we spoke to the health department about the reasons behind the controversial new rule. Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lands joins us live now with the new details.
Kelly, state doctors say the HPV vaccinations begin before children are sexually active because the body's immune response is the strongest to the vaccine during the preteen years. Health officials say this is in the best interest of the child, but parents give mixed reactions. Starting this fall, both male and female 7th graders in all public and private schools will be required to get an HPV or the human papillomavirus vaccine. State health officials say it protects against a sexually transmitted virus linked to genital cancers, including cervical cancer. Students must get all 3 doses within 2 years. Rhode Island becomes the 3rd in the nation to make the vaccine mandatory after Virginia and D.C.
It's important because this is a great vaccine in the sense that it prevents cancer. It's really one of the first vaccines that we have that prevents cancer.
Health Department physician Dr. Jim McDonald says the vaccine has been FDA approved since 2006. He says in 2013, 75% of all female Rhode Island teens had received 1 dose. Parents give mixed reactions.
As far as saying that they must get it, I don't agree with that. I think it should be our choice.
I think it's perfectly useful, and I agree with them mandating it.
I just feel that it should be my decision to make it. They're in a public school, so the public should have the choice to make on their own.
It prevents an illness just like mumps or chickenpox vaccinations, and why should children be at high risk for an illness?
It's ongoingly being evaluated. And what we've seen after many, many doses have been given is this a very safe, very effective vaccine, and it works very well.
And the state will hold 5 public hearings in August to provide information to parents and answer questions. The first public hearing will be held on Wednesday, August 5th in Barrington. And coming up new at 6, the doctor we just heard from talks about Rhode Island being one of the first in the nation to mandate the vaccine. Live in studio, Shantae Lands, Eyewitness News.
New details now on a controversial new mandate in Rhode Island. All 7th graders in public and private schools are now required to get the HPV vaccine.
Rhode Island is one of only 3 states that do this, and new at 6, a Department of Health doctor talks about leading this charge. Eyewitness News reporter Shantae Lands is live in the newsroom now with more.
Kelly and Steve, I spoke with the state doctor who explained to me why this state will be one of the first to mandate this vaccine. At the start of the school year, Rhode Island will become the 3rd in the nation to make HPV or the human papillomavirus vaccine mandatory for all boys and girls in the 7th grade.
I do think other states are heading in that direction. Someone has to be in the top 3. Why not Rhode Island?
State health officials say it protects against a sexually transmitted virus linked to genital cancers, including cervical cancer. Students must get all 3 doses within 2 years.
It's really one of the first vaccines that we have that prevents cancer.
Dr. Jim McDonald says vaccinations begin before children are sexually active because the body's immune response is the strongest to this vaccine during the preteen years. Parents have already begun mobilizing on Facebook with a group called Rhode Islanders Against Mandated HPV Vaccinations and a petition drive on MoveOn.org to appeal the regulation.
As far as saying that they must get it, I don't agree with that. I think it should be our choice.
It prevents an illness just like mumps or chickenpox vaccinations, and why should children be at high risk for an illness?
And coming up new at 6:30 over on Fox, that same doctor will be here live taking parents' common questions. Reporting live in the newsroom, Shantae Lands, Eyewitness News.